Hey, what's going on everyone? I am the OPJellicent and we are back on Pokemon Showdown today for another OU Live, this time using the Specs Chandelure team. Basically built around, obviously Specs Chandelure. This coverage right here, Energy Ball can smack Gastrodons and Quagsires if those all are on stall. Hidden Power Ground is obviously for Heatran. And then we have the Volt Turn Core of Defensive Landorus T, Mega Manectric, and we have Hazard Control on Tapu Fini and Lottie here, because Chandelure really doesn't want rocks up, and spikes can also be a little bit annoying. And then we have Scarf Keldeo, because that's really what we deal with Volcarona. I've really gotten used to this core of Lottie, Lando, Keldeo. That used to be really common back in Oras. It's still really common today, but it's not really as relevant. But I really like it. Let's go ahead and get into a match and make sure that my settings are correct. I'm using the Stylish for this video too, just because I had to record this one right after the Blastoise one, which by the way, we got a really ton of nice battles in the Blastoise one the other day, so if you want to check that out, go ahead and do that. The Showdown Lives playlist will be in the description below, but either way, this guy led off really fast. He probably either led off with one of these three. It almost makes me want to just lead off with my Chandelure. And he could have Earthquake on one of these two, that's the only problem. I think Tapu Fini is also a really nice lead, as he did lead off with the Landorus, so I'm assuming he's going to switch out right here, not sure into what, but he probably does have the Z conversion Porygon, so what I'm going to actually do here is Taunt, as he does go for the U-turn as I expected, so he could bring out the Zapdos. That could always be a play. Chandelure does face a lot of competition in this tier as a Shadow Ball spammer with Gengar, and then obviously Alolan Marowak is also another really hard ghost hitter, but I really wanted to try this out and see if it can work. It's obviously very unconventional, but I have a feeling we can maybe have it do something. He does bring out the Mew, so fortunately for us, he can't get up rocks or defog right now. So I'm actually thinking that this is a great opportunity to just fire off our Nature's Madness, because he can't get recovery right now. As he actually brings out the Zapdos, if we can connect, that would be great. As we actually do connect, so what we can do is now bring out our offensive Soldu Latias. He could, I guess, U-turn out or Volt Switch, but I'm really not expecting any of that. I'm expecting a Roost, if anything. He should outspeed us, yeah, so I'm going to go out into my Lottie. As he does go for that Roost, like I said. So do we have Psychic or Psyshock? We have Psyshock. I'm making that Psychic right now. Where are we, Lottie? Because Psychic hits defensive sets a lot harder. Let's see what this is, though. I'm going to go ahead and click the Psyshock, I think. As we do see that it does actually spit F, so he's going to Volt Switch out, and that thing is no longer a problem for us, so if we can maybe weaken the Mew just a little bit, Lottie can put in a lot of work. Not sure what he would want to go out into here. If it is Scarf Landorus, he can try to go out into that, or he could try to go out into Gyarados and start setting up, but we do have our Keldeo in the back, which can deal with that. Unfortunately, it's not HP Electric or Stone Edge, it's actually Icy Wind. Just looking from the team, it's probably Mega Gyarados, which is unfortunate. But if he does Mega Evolve and decide to Dragon Dance, we will get to go out into our Scarf Keldeo and get a +1 on that. He does bring out the Landorus, so probably Scarf. I'm just going to go out into my own Landorus. Do I really need it for anything else other than this? Not really. I'm going to bring it out. I could save it to get Intimidates on the Gyarados, but it does appear as though he's Scarf, so because I'm pretty sure only Scarf sets to run knockoff, so we can get up our rocks right now. He decides to go out into his Zapdos, so what I'm actually going to do here is U-turn out, as he does go for the Defog, and this gives me my Chandelure finally, and we are hitting that Specs Fire Blast button. This is Spit F, but this will do a ton if we can connect. I say if we can connect, although it's super easy, but we're going to try it. We are max speed timid, so he did outspeed by defensive Landorus. Not really sure what that shows. He does outspeed, and that does a lot, but not sure what he would want to go out into here. If he's expecting the Shadow Ball, he doesn't want to. I'm kind of hoping he goes Porygon, to be honest. Just expecting the Ghost move. He does actually go out into the Gyarados, so this will still do a good amount. Yeah, look at that, 37 on a resist. That would have done 74 if it didn't resist. I think my play here is to hard switch into my Tapu Fini. It can take on any variant of this. We do have some defense investment. We have like 84 defense in it, so he's going to go right for the crunch as expected, and that does pretty much nothing. We got back to nearly full with our leftovers, and I'm just going to throw off another Nature's Madness right here, as he does bring out the Mew, as we unfortunately miss, but he's probably going to prioritize getting up rocks right now. I'm going to hard switch into my Chandelure, expecting that. He actually goes for the Explosion, so we catch that thing really nicely, and now he is forced into his Porygon right now. This could be a Z conversion, but this is going to do a lot. Let's see what it is. It is the conversion into what, though, is the question. into Ghost. So this is gonna do a clean him out. Yep, there we go. And I know for a fact our Keldeo will outspeed, so we're just gonna sack our Chandelure right now. Go out into Keldeo and knock this thing out. With the Scald, he should just go for the Shadow Ball and attempt to knock us out since he already used his Z conversion. But he's actually gonna switch out, so if we can get this burn right now, that would be huge. As we unfortunately don't, but Tapu Fini is a great response to this thing, and not sure why he saved the Porygon Z at such low health. If you get up Stealth Rocks, it will actually live that, unfortunately, but he can't Z conversion again, so... and I'm not sure how that works. He could just use... he actually set Mud Joint and then left, so I guess he realized that he didn't really have another chance after that Porygon ended up going down, so that's a nice win for us. Why did that guy set Mud Joint and then leave? That's confusing, but what we're going to do right now is just start the timer. Get all our settings set up right here, and I do have to be careful about the Kurokun. I don't want that thing setting up too many Calm Minds. So what I'm actually going to do here is just lead off with my... He has a Victini. I used the Choice Banded Victini team the other day, but I'm actually just going to lead off with this, as he does lead off with this, and he does not have a Ghost Resist, so Shadow Ball is a no drawback player right now. He does go right for the U-turn, so something's going to have to take a Choice Spec Shadow Ball. I'm expecting it to be either Magearna or the Zapdos. One's going to be Assault Vest, or he actually goes out into the Venusaur, so that does a good amount. Unfortunately, no Spit F drop. I could try to spam here and go for the Spit F drop, but all around Lottie's a better play. Hoping we don't see a Sleep Powder. That would be annoying. He does go right for the Synthesis, so what I'm actually going to do here is, I think, double out into my Chandelure, just expecting Magearna. As we do catch the Magearna very nicely, and this gives me a Choice Specs Fire Blast. As he actually does go right out into the Suicune, so if we can connect, we don't even get the damage off, but that's not that big of a deal. We can go out into our Tapu Fini right now. Goes for the Substitute, so Sub Calm Mind, I guess. This forces me out into my Manectric. There's the Calm Mind, so what we can do right now is... This is annoying. Why is he Sub Calm Mind? We just spam Thunderbolt. Obviously he can't get intimidated. He does go for the Protect just for Leftovers recovery, I guess. Yeah, so Sub Calm Mind Protect Scald is a set. I don't think he can touch my Tapu Fini too hard. So I'm going to Volt Switch out, break a Substitute, and bring out my Tapu Fini, I think. Not sure if he could substitute a... First of all, let's see how much speed he has. Goes for the Substitute again, but he can't touch me. I don't know why he's doing this. He actually can't touch me. I'm going right for the Moonblast. Not doing it. It's not going to break the sub, but he actually cannot touch my Mon. Actually, we do have Infiltrator on this thing. I'm going to try it right now. Goes for the Calm Mind. Let's see how much this Choice Specs Energy Bell behind the Substitute does. Goes for the Protect, just for Leftovers recovery for some reason. As what we'll do here is go for the Energy Ball. And if this doesn't do a good amount, yeah, we're just going to have to click X. Kurokun is really annoying, and I'm assuming he just went for the Scald right there. Like I said, Kurokun was a big threat that match. Not sure if we could have stalled it out with that Substitute. But this guy has a Chansey, which is really annoying. What we'll do here is just lead off with my Chandelure, I think. You could lead off with Tapu Lele and just try to net a kill, but we don't actually have that many great switch-ins to that. So that makes me want to lead off with my... Well, we have Tapu Fini, but if he's Psyshock and not Psychic, that could be annoying. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and lead off with my with my Keldeo. As he does lead off with the Zapdos, unfortunately, so I'm going to be forced to go out into my Lottie here. Probably clicks Volt Switch. So he goes right for the Thunderbolt. That's fine. What I'll do here is just go right for the Psychic. See what he wants to do. Goes into the Tyranitar. This could be Pursuit Tar. I always mention Pursuit Tar, but I'm going to go right out into my... Nope, wrong switch. He is Pursuit Tar, so it doesn't matter. This gives me my Keldeo, though. And this gives me a Hydro Pump. We connect. That does a lot. And now what I kind of want to do is... This guy's learning like a really fat team. I kind of just want to click it again. I wanted to double so badly predicting that, but... Like, what if I was not Choice Locked, right? That's kind of a dumb play. What if I was Expert Belt? But what we can do here is just go right out into our Landorus, I think. This is going to be annoying to deal with. Goes for the Soft Boil, so this gives me rocks at the very least. I'm obviously just going to U-turn out, though. As he does bring this out, so... this gives me a Volt Switch now with my Manectric. So Mega Ball, Volt Switch out. He should go Tyranitar or Chansey, that works. So now what I'm going to do is go out into my Keldeo. And honestly, let's go right for the Hydro Pump. He should not stay in. If he stays in, that's a misplay, as we do catch this mon, so that Skarmory's gone. We played around the Skarm very nicely, but he's going to bring this thing back out. So what I'm actually going to do here is just go out into my Landorus. Goes for the Toxic, that's alright. What I'll do here is set up my rocks. Goes out into the Zapdos. This is going to be a really annoying mon. I'm going to go for the U-turn. He actually does have the HP Ice, but that's not that big of a deal because this gives me my Manectric, and it gives me I think Thunderbolt. Okay, so now that's... he actually got a Para, so we're going to Volt Switch out here. He should go for another Toxic, so I'm actually going to bring out my Tapu Fini. Let's see what he does. Goes for the Thunder Wave. He can't status me under this, so I'm glad I made this play. And what we'll do here is just go right for the Taunt. I can't let him soft-boiled up. And now what we'll do is go out into our Keldeo and pressure this thing out. As he actually does switch it out, but what we can do right now, this is my only way of dealing with that mon, so I have to go right for the... I could go for Hydro Pump, I guess, but I can't let him do this, no. I'm going to go right out into my Manectric. He should defog, which is why I wanted to stay in, but he does go right for the Thunderbolt, which just makes me glad I made that play. And what we can do is just go for our own Thunderbolt. This should 2-hit KO. No, it doesn't. I just definitely underestimated his bulk right there. As well, now we're forced to Volt Switch out and go out into our Tapu Fini again. He should soft-boiled up now. Yeah, he does, but what we can do here is just Taunt. I'm not letting him soft-boiled up again. He goes right for the Seismic Toss, that's fine, we have leftovers. And what I'll do here is go right for the Nature's Madness. Weaken him a lot. Goes for that again. Does Taunt end now? Taunt does not end now, so this is where I go Keldeo. And click Secret Sword. Do not come out, so we got rid of the Skarm Chansey Core really fast. And this is going to bring out the Alakazam, which we can go out into Tapu Fini against. He could be Mega Zam and maybe 2-hit Chaos, not sure. He actually goes for this move, so interesting play. I'm going to go right for the Nature's Madness right now. That should not knock me out, and if we connect this, that would be great. We do, so that should put it into range of my, Keldeo's attack. So this is going to bring out my Keldeo right now, or we could bring out my Manectric. Chandelure probably goes down. Let's calc. Keldeo, if we're Choice Scarf, not Choice Specs. And then Alakazam, if he is a Special Sweeper. Scald, Hydro Pump should knock him out even after that, so we'll go out into this now. And just go right for the Hydro Pump. If we miss, then that's what it is. I think I've only hit 2 out of 5 Hydro Pumps today. Goes for the Mega, this should still knock him out. As it does, good. Okay, so we get rid of that threat. I didn't know it was Mega. I don't know why I didn't Mega right away, but brings out the Lele. This is alright because this gives me my... Is it Scarf? I honestly think sacking my Manectric is the play because it's walled by both the Zapdos and that other mon right there, so... Go out into this, sack it, bring out my Chandelure, go right for a Shadow Ball. Goes out into the Tyranitar, and I'm basically banking on Keldeo to win the game right now, because his best play right now is Pursuit. It should not be Dragon Dance. Get the drop, goes for the Pursuit, does a lot. And Keldeo might win the game if we can knock out the Zapdos and the Lele. Goes for the Pursuit. And now my play 100% is just to spam Hydro Pump. We do knock this thing out, but it's going to come down to whether we can knock out the Lele or not, I think. Brings out the Zapdos first, so Spidef might live. Goes down, so it's going to come down to Lele. Do we knock this thing out? We're Scarf, so we 100% outspeed. We missed, okay, so that's the game, I think, yep. Let's calc. Tapu Lele. I mean, we connected the other two, so I guess missing the third one was just expected. Hydro Pump did Oh yeah, we wouldn't have knocked him out anyway, so that's going to be the game right there. We could have gone off a crit, I guess, but we would have to connect and crit, so close game though. I'm glad we've managed to play around that Skarmory Chansey core quite nicely. And what I'll do here is just lead off with my Manectric. He doesn't really have a lead that takes advantage of that. If he leads off with Greninja, we get a free Volt Switch out. And we have a Landorus to deal with his own Landorus, so... the problem is if he leads off with the Greninja or the Lottie, I'm definitely hard switching. I'm not sure what set he's going to be, but I'm just going to Volt Switch out right now. He should bring out the Lottie. That's his safest play. As he does bring out the Lottie, so... this is going to give me my Tapu Fini as a play. And then, honestly, I'm just going to throw off a Nature's Madness. He should not stay in. As we do got this right, so does it still hit under this? Yeah, I think only a terrain has to be out, not... does anyone have to be a terrain? But what we can do here is just go out into our own Lottie. If he wants to go for Dazzling Gleam, nice play. He does go for Dazzling Gleam. As what I'm going to do here is, he showed Life Orb. He honestly should just click Dazzling Gleam again. Yeah, so I have to figure out what I want to do here. Do I need this Mon? I really don't, because it's walled by the Magearna, and this outspeeds it. It can hit the Heracross, I guess. That kind of makes me want to save it. How much do I see my own Landorus doing? That's my main response to... I guess we could sack this and use Landorus for the Heracross. So I'm going to go right for the Psychic. As he actually opts to go into this, so... definitely Shift Gear based on that damage. I doubt you can OHKO my Chandelure though, so I'm going right out into that. As he goes for the Ice Beam, so we got the play right. No freeze, which is great, and what this gives me is a Fire Blast, I think. Or a Shadow Ball. I'm going for Fire Blast though. Even if he's AV, this will drop We Are Specs. And he does not have a switch in. So if he has Scarf Magearna, that could always be a thing, but he does not have a Fire Blast switch in right now. He does bring out the Greninja. If we connect, this will do a lot. Look at that, 83. And this gives me my Keldeo. That's a safe play. So we got damage on the Magearna, which is amazing. Because that's going to put it into range of my Hydro Pump soon. Especially if he decides to switch it into my Lottie again. Goes for the extra sensitivity, so he makes the play and just knocks me out. Very solid play on his part. But this gives me my... It's probably Scarf then. This gives me my Tapu Fini now. Could be... did we see Life Orb? We did see Life Orb, so I'm expecting Gunk Shot right now, so I'm just going to go right out into my Landorus. Take the Gunk Shot. So yep, we do get that right, so Gunk Shot's going to do nothing, and he's going to go down to Life Orb Recoil. So we got the play right. I'm glad I scouted for that Life Orb earlier, because if we didn't see that, that could have been really problematic. As, he does bring out his own Landorus. I'm definitely not staying in. I'm going out into my Tapu Fini, because if he wants to, Hidden Power Ice, that's fine, because I can't let this thing get weakened, or else Heracross just becomes that much of a threat, so Nature's Madness is my play here. Just start the firing off Earthquakes. We do connect the Nature's Madness, though. And any damage on this thing is nice, because he's going to go for that play. He doesn't really have a Moonblast switching, except for he's going to sack the... This should go down to a Moonblast. Yep. Tapu Koko's not very strong. Brings out the Magearna, so I guess he's going to try to Shift Gear Sweep me. But I doubt he can, that's the thing. You can taunt? I'm going to taunt. Not sure if he wants to go for the Shift Gear Sweep now. Goes for the Thunderbolt and just knocks me out, so... that's actually kind of bad, but this gives me my Manectric. I'm assuming it's Scarf Magearna right now. As what we'll do is just Mega, as what we'll do is just go for the Flamethrower. Does go out into the Lottie. Did we see an item on this thing earlier when it came out? He went out into the Lottie. I believe he did. Went into Lottie and then he sent out the Tapu Koko. So this could be Scarf. Do I risk this? I don't think I can risk this now. I think sacking my own Lottie is the play. Yeah, we'll sack our Lottie. I'm assuming a Draco, yeah. And then this gives me my Chandelure as a play. To just go ahead and click the Shadow Ball. We should not go down to a -2 Draco. Definitely should not. If we do, then I guess that gives me Landorus for rocks. He's actually going to sack his own Landorus, so Shadow Ball will knock this thing out. We are Specs, so down goes that thing. Not sure what he wants to bring out now. Maybe he should go Lottie again. Or I guess it is Scarf Magirna, so we do have to be wary of that. But Scarf Lottie is looking like a big threat right now, assuming that's what it is. If it's not Scarf, then a Manectric can deal with it. But if it is, then we might be in some trouble. How healthy is our Landorus is another question, because we might be able to take it with Landorus and just knock him out, in which case Manectric can potentially win the match. I'm not sure how fast Mega Heracross is. Heracross. 75, what's a regular Heracross? 85, so he might decide to not Mega Evolve. Let's go right for the side. He goes go for the Draco Meteor, so it's probably Scarf. That's what I'll do here is bring out my Landorus, my Thundurus, and go right for the U-turn. It's a no drawback play. He should switch out. If he stays in, that's even better because he won't be able to knock out my Manectric, and we can bring out Lando again. In which case, I'm winning this main game with Manectric, but Scarf Magirna has a big problem right now, especially if it has the Ice Beam. But he should switch out right now. I would switch out if I were him, probably into the, not Magirna, into the Heracross. Switching out into Heracross could be a problem, actually. It would come down to whether or not I knock him out with a Flamethrower at that point. Or I could just Volt Switch out and bring out my Landorus again. But U-turn is my play of choice right now. He's not knocking me out with a Draco. Not sure why he didn't go for the Psychic or Psyshock against my Chandelure. But I guess if it didn't knock this thing out, he would not be staying in right now anyway. He should have just gone into the Heracross. I don't know what he's thinking about. If he's really expecting my U-turn, he could go into the Magirna and try to catch my Manectric, but I don't think it knocks me out with anything. It's probably Scarf, Bolt Beam with the Fairy type move, or Flash Cannon, one of the two. But U-turn will be able to... let me actually calc against the Latios right now. Does U-turn knock it out? I did hear the Heracross's cry, but Landorus, if we're defensive, U-turn does 56 to 66. So, Manectric is to play. Volt Switch is to play now. Or actually, I think HP Ice is to play. No, Volt Switch is to play. Because he is intimidated, so I doubt he wants to stay in right now. He could honestly just go out into the Magirna. I honestly think Flamethrower should just be my play. We're going to go for the Flamethrower, and if he stays in, then that's going to be unfortunate, but I really don't expect it. He should go out into the Magirna, or the Lottie. If he goes into Lottie, I'm forced out into my Lando. And I'm just going to have to bank on Draco misses at that point. But if he does miss it, I think I have to bank on a Draco miss no matter what. Assuming, unless we take a Draco with our Lando, but I don't think at the range we're at we do. Heracross, how much do you take from this Flamethrower? Decided to stay in, as we do not knock him out, unfortunately. Goes for the close combat, that's going to be able to knock me out. Yeah, so we're going to have to... Actually, I think we just lose because of Scarf Magirna now. So we'll go for the Earthquake, goes for the close combat. As I could have just clicked Stealth Rock right there, I guess, but not really going to make a difference. I have to bank on either him not having coverage on his Magirna or banking on a Draco miss. Or actually, Psyshock might just knock me out at this point. Let me make sure that I have my settings. Yeah, we do. Psyshock could knock me out, and I could always see that being his option. But I don't think we have a way of winning, especially if it's Psychic. Maybe if he's not Scarf Magirna, no, he is. So he's gonna knock me out with the Ice Beam, and that's gonna be a game. So we'll get another one right now. As we find this team right here. I think I've seen this one. He does have his own Ghost type, so Chandelure is going to be my lead. As he does lead off with this, so assuming it's defensive, I'm just going to go right for the Fire Blast. If it's not defensive, it's actually Scarf. Unfortunate, but this does give me Stealth Rocks, which I'm happy about. Questionable play on my part staying in. It actually is defensive. Why does he outspeed me then? Also, it's offensive rocks. Let's check. 284. My defensive Landorus are... Yeah, it's offensive rocks. So what I'm going to do here is just go for the HP Ice. We could be Gravity, but I guess he's not acknowledging that right now. We could just go right for the U-turn, which I guess is my play. I don't have to Tapu Fini. Heavy Slam will do a sizable amount. But he goes for the Leech Seed, which is better. And what we'll do right now is just go for the Nature's Madness, attempting to weaken him. He could be Protect, or Supersonic Sky Strike, but usually, did he get leftovers? Yeah, he did have leftovers, so he's not Supersonic Sky Strike. He's nearly at full though, so if we can get this Nature's Madness off, that would be great. 100% put a specially defensive variant into range of our Manectric, and that would be big. Not sure how long I want to keep this live. I believe we won the first game in this live too. We do get the Nature's Madness off, which is really nice. He goes for the Heavy Slam. Doesn't do a lot. He will get a lot of health back right now though. And this is where I go Manectric. We will take the Heavy Slam. If he goes for Earthquake now, then it is what it is. That'll be unfortunate. Doubt he goes for Earthquake now though. Does go for the Protect play though. So what I'll do here is go for the Mega Evolution and Volt Switch. He should Protect again, but he actually doesn't, and he lets me weaken that thing. So, do I need Landorus for anything? It takes a hit from the Gengar, so I'm actually gonna go right back out into my. I'm gonna go Landorus. If he goes for the Leech Seed, I'm gonna go right back out into my Manectric, because he's gonna be at he's gonna be at really low then. And what we can do here is just how much did my Volt Switch do last time? We're gonna go for the Thunderbolt, as he actually risks the Landorus. Super questionable play. Does Hidden Power Ice knock him out after it rocks? We saw him switch up moves, so we know he's not Scarf. Landorus, let's just say it's one of these offensive sets. It does. As he makes the play and switches out, so good play. Definitely questionable risking the Landorus right there though. I'm gonna go for Volt Switch. Or Heart Switch into my Latias, just not wanting to get Scarf Fire Blasted or something. Because this is my win condition if we can get rid of the Venusaur. Goes for the Earth Power, so we do catch it. We saw leftovers, so I don't know why I keep on saying it's Scarf. But what I can do here is just go right for a Psychic. See what he wants to do. Goes for a Substitute. So I guess this is where I go Tapu Fini. Get up the terrain. Goes for Toxic. Can't do that. I doubt I can Nature's Madness a sub. So what I'm actually going to do here is just switch out into my Keldeo. Because he can't Toxic me now. That's going to do a good amount, sure, but this just gives me my. He could honestly just go right out into the Venusaur. The Venusaur is probably his play, but he actually, no, he's behind a Substitute. He would let the Substitute go through first. So Keldeo is really weakened now. I might need to stop using all these unconventional mons. He actually does go out into the gang. Why? Like, did he predict my choice item? I guess this is really all it runs, but I'm just gonna stay in and take the Shadow Ball. I don't have a switch in. Goes for the Sludge Wave. Okay, so Scarf Sludge Wave, I guess. I go Lottie here. And we go for the Psychic. Not sure what play he wants to make. If he goes Celesteela, maybe Psychic into Draco Meteor can knock it out. Not sure how much of a chance we have at this match right now, though. Definitely a scary one. So I'm hoping Psychic into Draco can do the job. Actually, crit Psychic, so I guess Draco might be able to do it here. We'll actually go for the we'll go for the Draco, not right away, knock that thing out. So crit might have come in clutch. I'm not sure how much Draco does, but we don't really have answers to this anymore, especially if it's Protean. I'm just gonna go right for the Draco as he does go for the Dark Pulse. We see it's actually Battle Bond, so I think that's might be. We'll attempt to win with Manectric, I guess. It can still win, Manectric. I don't know why I'm checking out so early. What we'll do here is just go for the Volt Switch. Trance should be his play. As he could go out into the Landorus, that's the thing. If he goes into Landorus here, that would be honestly be a misplay in my opinion. He does actually sack off the Greninja. So I'm going to go out into my own Landorus now. Interesting option, but I think we just lose to Venusaur. We might lose to Venusaur. It depends on how much my his Giga Drain is doing to me and whether he's offensive or defensive. But it's definitely very scary. If he goes Gengar, he actually goes out into this. So my play 100% here is to HP Ice and hopefully get a crit. This might knock me out. Supersonic Sky Strike. As it does. So I have to go into this mon right now, and I have to go right for the HP Ice, I think. As he does let me knock that thing out, so that's at least great. But now Venusaur just comes out and I think wins. I think I just have to go for Paras on it. We'll go for the Para. Can we Para? We don't Para, he goes for the Sludge Bomb, and yeah, that's just going to be the live, I think. We'll go for the Tapu Fini play, but I know we're not learning speed investment, so I think he just knocks us out right now. Goes for the Nature's Madness, doesn't do enough, and he goes for the Sludge Bomb and knocks me out, unfortunately. So we did manage to do win one game. Chandelure did a lot of work in a lot of the matches, despite the fact that we decided to sack it in that match. But Chandelure did do some work at least, so I hope you guys enjoyed. My next video should be my WPL upload this Sunday for Week 3. We're currently 2-0 right there, so you guys should definitely go check that out. Subscribe down below if you don't want to miss any content. It's the first link in the description, and I will see you guys later. Bye.